What is going on to the AMC stock group? Will AMC stock ever go to $51 a share? What is going on with all this liquidity in the market? What are the hedge funds and the retail traders doing? And what happened to the AMC stock price on Friday? Well, in this video, we are going to be answering all of those questions. But I just want to state, guys, that for all subscribers on this channel, you guys know that we do not simply state that AMC stock is going to this price by this day. We do not state that AMC is going to go to another price, right? It's going to fall by this date. No, there has to be logic behind it, and our opinions will always be based off of logic. Now, that logic may not be right? Because not everyone is going to have a 100% accuracy. However, it is extremely difficult to have conviction in a stock when you do not have the logic for your expectation or your prediction to make sense. You guys will be able to form your own sentiment for the stock. Now that that's out of the way, guys, we are going to first start off with some levels for AMC stock, because from here you guys will be able to understand, okay, where can I dollar cost average for AMC stock? So the first level to dollar cost average, and this level has already been broken, and I talked about this level significantly in my other videos, and this was when AMC stock was continuously consolidating in this level, right? The $51 level. And I said that AMC stock, because it is consolidating so much, it is probably going to end up breaking to the $38 level. And I remember getting a lot of hate for stating that AMC had a probability of going to $38 a share. But when it went to $38 a share, that is when people started asking what is next for the stock. And so from there, I said that there has to be a base, right? Because there is no base for the stock. And so thankfully, AMC did find a base. Now, where is that base? That base is at the $32 level. And in fact, I would actually say that a more accurate base or a more accurate foundation for the stock would be at $30 a share. Now, why do I say $30 a share when the price never went to $30 a share? Well, $30 a share is a psychologically more high demand level for any stock, right? Because for AMC, if it were to break $30 a share, everyone would have an extreme amount of fear and panic. That is because we would enter a new zone, and that zone would be the $20 zone. And even though we would be in the high $20 level, people are still going to be very fearful. Even though that high $20 level is extremely close to the $30 level, people are still going to have a lot of fear. Therefore, a high demand zone for AMC stock is probably going to be at $30 a share. And I'm not saying AMC will go to $30 a share, but the $30 share level is probably going to be a very significant level. But for now, we could just say that another level for AMC stock would be at 32, because honestly, that is the only other support that we've had so far. We have not been able to break the $32 level. However, the ultimate level would probably be at around $30 a share, just because that would be extremely crucial so that AMC does not go to that $20 level. So now that we know that, we can label level 1, and then we could also say that this is going to be level 2. And then we also have our last level, which we now know of, right? We now know that this is our third level, just because AMC thankfully found another base level. And so now that AMC rebounded off of this base, the level 3 base, so level 1 would be at $51 a share, level 2 would be at $38 a share, and level 3 would be at $32 a share, right? This was a level that no one knew where AMC stock was going to form a base. But now that we rebounded, this is now our support level, and so therefore, does AMC stock have a probability of going back to $32 a share? Well, this is where our logic is going to help us form an opinion. What do I mean by that? Well, guys, we are now going to be talking about the S&P 500. Why is the S&P 500 important? Because we are also going to be talking about the IWM. Now, these two stocks, or these two ETFs, or indexes, or indices, they are not 100% correlated. However, the general market, getting the general market sentiment is extremely important. And so therefore, the IWM does not look the best on the 1 year, 1 day chart, right? It does not look the best on the daily or yearly chart, because we continuously have a downfall. And so what is this downfall, right? Well, this is the downfall that happens usually in the summer for a lot of small cap stocks, and AMC is a small cap stock. And you guys can see the volume. The volume is increasing. However, it is not in the positive sentiment. It is actually in a negative sentiment, because more red volume bars rather than green. However, there's going to be good news, so do not worry, because this is 100% normal, right? This is actually going to be beneficial for AMC stock, just because we are going to make lows and then we are going to rebound, guys. If we go in a linear path to the upside, that does no good for any stock. And you guys understand this, because if we go back to AMC stock, what ended up happening when we had a linear path to the upside, guys? That is why, in my opinion, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but do not panic, right? A linear path to the upside is going to hurt a stock. Why do I say that? What happened when AMC went to a linear path to the upside? AMC went from $72 to $38 a share in 1 day. That is not normal, guys, and that is not beneficiary to a stock, especially not an AMC stock where it has a lot of retail traders and where there is no institutional support. And so therefore it is going to be difficult to understand where that base is going to be. But thankfully, after it went to $72 a share and when it crashed back down, we did found a base at $38 a share. So anyways, talking back about the IWM, which in my opinion, the IWM controls the small caps. The small caps do not control the IWM. Therefore, it is not AMC's fault if AMC is red or green on the day. I would actually say that that is in the control of the IWM because whenever the IWM goes down, so does AMC stock. Whenever the IWM goes up, usually AMC stock goes up as well. So the support for the IWM is going to be at the $215 level. I talked about this before, and it looks like we have a very strong support level over here. I'm also going to be talking about the S&P 500, but before I do, our next level of support for the IWM would be at around definitely the $212 level because that is when we had a double wick right over here, so a very, very high demand zone. And so the last and ultimate level for the IWM would be at the $208 level. This is because we also had a lot more candle wicks at this level. And so the major question that everyone is asking is, will we break the $208 level? In my opinion, this will probably depend on a lot of macroeconomics, right guys? Because no one knows what will happen to inflation. No one knows what will happen to real disposable income. No one knows what will happen to the unemployment benefits and will there be more stimulus? No one really knows about the Federal Reserve and their tapering, right? All of these are the significances of macroeconomics, and right now no one is really understanding whether this is going to be a significant issue in the future or not. So no one really knows how to price this in into the actual market, and so therefore whether the IWM and the S&P 500 break their support levels will be decided based on these macroeconomic levels. And so going to the S&P 500 now, the S&P 500 is the same exact thing because this is also going to depend on the macroeconomics. And so these are, again, going to depend on the real disposable income, real personal consumption, unemployment benefits, stimulus, etc., etc. However, for the S&P 500, it looks like we are at a downtrend. However, we are at a major support level, the $430 level. And so I actually think that the S&P 500 is going to have a bounce, right? It is going to actually start to increase over these next few days. With the S&P 500 increasing, what does that mean for AMC stock? What does that mean for the IWM? Well, because both of these two indices are trading at a major support level, I think that AMC stock will actually have a bounce in the future days. And when I mean future days, I'm talking about Monday. And that is just because we have traded a little bit too low in the indices. So therefore, when the indices decide to have a bounce, I think AMC will also have a bounce. Therefore, AMC stock, yes, we did go at this resistance level, and this was the exact resistance level that we were talking about. And so therefore, it decided to go back. And this makes a lot of sense because when it was over here, a lot of people that are betting against the stock, they had to cover their position. If you guys do not understand what I mean when I say that the people betting against the stock had to cover their position, then you guys need to watch my previous videos because we were talking about how it was a necessity for the short sellers to cover their position even before AMC decided to have a rebound to the upside. So we were expecting a move to the upside for AMC stock, and that is exactly what happened, guys. And so therefore for AMC stock, we also knew that this was a major resistance level, the $30 level. And what do you guys think is going to happen when AMC stock has a massive upside day? Right? Do you think it's just going to continue all the way in a linear path, guys? No. On this channel, remember, we decide our expectations with logic. We do not simply state random numbers. So therefore, would it make sense for AMC stock to go to a linear path to the upside? Not really, because AMC needs to cool off before having another leg to the upside. And that makes 100% sense right there, right? Even if AMC stock did break out to the upside, that would be 100% fine. However, the logic behind it would not make complete sense because AMC stock, it would actually be better if AMC stock decided to go up to the resistance level and then have a cool off and then decide to have another rebound to the upside so that this time, if AMC stock decides to go to the resistance level, it has a much higher probability of breaking out of the $38 level. So in my opinion, that would actually make a lot more sense than AMC stock completely going parabolic and in one day going up 20 points. So with that being said, guys, my outlooks on AMC stock for Monday's trading day is probably going to be very bullish. Now I am going to be making more videos about AMC stock, so make sure you guys subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.